Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Our next Robert Mitchum film, and his 24-hour salute to him, is a TCM premiere. It's a crime drama that big bad Bob Mitchum made in 1975 called The Yakuza, that title referring to the Japanese mafia. Now, it's a film made by Warner Brothers and directed by a man not normally associated with crime movies, Sidney Pollack, whose most famous films include Tootsie, The Way We Were, and Out of Africa. In his movie The Yakuza, Mitchum plays a retired detective who travels to Japan to help find the kidnapped daughter of an old friend. Well, being in Japan puts him back among people he knew extremely well when he was stationed in Japan in the days following World War II. Things then start to get very, very complicated for him, and not just because he's tangling with the Japanese mob. The idea for this film actually came from Leonard Schrader, the brother of screenwriter Paul Schrader, who'd lived in Japan for quite some time and increasingly became fascinated by the Yakuza and told his brother Paul that he wanted to write a book on the subject. Well, Paul had another idea and convinced brother Leonard to instead work with him on turning that idea into a screenplay. So the two brothers wrote the script, which Warner Brothers bought for a record $325,000. Now, initially, the studio offered the lead in the film to Lee Marvin, but Lee was too busy elsewhere, so he passed on it, and it was then sent to Robert Mitchum, who did agree to do it. Mitchum was at a point in his career when he insisted on and got approval of any director he would work with. And in this case, the man he wanted to direct him was Sidney Pollack. They'd never worked together before, but Mitchum had always admired Pollack's work enormously. Well, here's the end result of that collaboration. A film shot on location in Japan with a cast that includes Brian Keith and a man often referred to as the Robert Mitchum of Japan, Ken Takakura. Here's The Yakuza.